That is definitely a hit. And you manage to arc out and slice a chunk off of the creature's shoulder, or what you would consider to be its shoulder. Also, from a tactical standpoint, if you stood behind it, you would have gotten advantage on that attack, on both of those attacks.
Okay.
Of course, there's another creature not that far away from you, so I can understand wanting to get away from it.
Got it.
Did you?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Nicholas, it is your turn.
I'm going to disengage with the creature. Move to right here.
Okay.
Do I have a second to assess the battlefield? See anyone in major danger?
You see glancing around, you see a serpentine-like form creature wrapping a tentacle around Byron currently, and you see the two Siegfrieds attempting to help Samael.
Okay.
And you can see other creatures in the mist coming forward.
Holy crap, holy crap. And I'm going to aim the crossbow at the creature that's trying to wrap its tentacles around Byron.
Okay. That unfortunately is a miss. Your two bolts just manage to pass through the negative spaces between its torso and its arms as it's wildly whipping back and forth and trying to gain more purchase on Byron.
And then I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. Byron, it is your turn. Would you like to attempt to escape from the grapple or attack the creature with disadvantage?
I'll try to escape.
Okay. You can make an athletics or a acrobatics check. That is definitely a nice acrobatics check. You manage to wiggle and strain and pull yourself off from these disgusting three-fingered tentacles that are trying to grab at you. They almost look like Dr. Octopus's arms. Copyright Marvel. And took your action to escape. You still have your movement.
I'm staying there because I'll get attacks of opportunities.
Okay. The neogly hatching spider-like creature begins skittering across the vegetation. And attempts to bite you, Byron. But it just manages to miss as you were pulling your body back to get away from this serpentine-armed creature. Other Siegfried is continuing to attempt to defend his friend Samael. Gonna just put you right there, see if you get this advantage. There we go. And he still misses. Other Siegfried's not.
It's the curse.
It's the curse.
It's what Siegfrieds do.
How do you think I feel all the time now?
Nicholas, you turn it. You hear the sound of multiple legs skittering across this amoebic sea, the vegetation, the floor of the vegetation, as it comes screeching at you. And Zara, you watch as one of these serpentine creatures comes running straight at you. Attempting to attack you with its arms.
Going for it.
Its first tentacle takes a swipe at you and misses, but its second one just manages to wrap around your head and is currently attempting to strangle you to death. And the tentacle is squeezing tighter and tighter, and you are currently grappled and restrained as it is choking the life out of you.
Help!
The other creature that was attempting to attack you before Samael turns its attention to the other Siegfried that has been trying to annoy him this whole time. And you watch as its tentacles whip forward and sort of like loose spaghetti move over and under, and other Siegfried just manages to duck and dodge and hop out of the way. And Samael, it is your turn, and I will take the blinded effect off of you.
Thank you kindly. All right. I am going to... It's turned away from me. What about Choker 4? Is Choker 4 facing me? Or engaged with...
It is engaged with you as well, correct. It looks
Okay,
like
then.
it looks like it's getting ready to go on the attack. It's winding its arms back, almost like a serpentine, arcing its neck back sort of motion.
I get advantage against Choker 3, correct?
That's correct. And that is a miss, unfortunately.
Wow. Fantasy Grounds is broke.
That's okay. It's been rolling low for everything tonight, apparently. I haven't seen a single critical hit yet.
It's because
my
you're
turn,
next to
right?
you're next to two Siegfrieds. It's the curse. It's spreading.
No, I've had this problem the whole time.
On the new turn order, Nicholas, you turn around as this spider-like creature, this aberrant creature, is rearing back its neck, getting ready to bite at you.
I'm going to I'm gonna pull out my short sword and drop my crossbow
Okay.
and swing at it. Creature.
That is definitely a hit.
Target right.
And you sort of drop your shoulder and thrust forward and catch the creature right in the middle of what you think is like its breastplate area, or what you would consider the center mass. And the creature falls dead on the gelatinous floor.
I'm gonna use can I use half my movement to pick back up my crossbow?
It would be part of your action to pick it up.
Oh, okay. I have to wait till next turn. I'm going to end my turn there. I'm not...
Okay. The creature is going to continue to attempt to strangle you.
Someone help, please!
And with its other tentacle, it's going to attempt to smack you in the head with it. As you choke out breath, help! And it lashes you in the face, and you are down.
Oh. Not good.
The other choker is going to attempt to attack you, Byron. These things are literally called chokers, by the way. Oh, that's a critical hit. And you are grappled and restrained.
Ah, Jeremy, you jinxed.
After tonight, can we use a different program than Fantasy Grounds to play?
I mean, I can take the, we've been using these alternate rules for initiative rolling. I can take those off if you want. If you guys don't like
No.
those.
My problem is the constant low rolls.
I mean, I promise you, there's nothing broken with Fantasy Grounds. I think it's just the way the math rolls, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it never seems to balance out on the other end, because if it ever does, we're going to roll high for 2 years straight.
But keep in mind, you rolled really good last session.
That is true. But what about the ones before that?
And you
All
rolled
those-
really good when you were attacking Nick.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You know what? That does make up for it. I love it when I hit Nick in the face.
All right. Do I have advantage 2 on it?
From where you're standing, I'll go ahead and say, yeah, you got advantage.
Alrighty. I'll try to stab again.
That's a critical hit. You step forward, and with your rapier,
With my friend.
with a riposte, and catch the creature right underneath its jaw as it screeches. And caught in its breath, you pull back your rapier, and it falls dead before you. You have a moment to look around, and you see, to your right, you see Zara is fallen, and this creature is currently strangling the life out of her. And you look to your left, you see Byron beset on 2 sides with tentacles wrapped around him, and another creature about to attack him.
I move over here. I'm like, Siegfried, get the other dangly thing that's grabbing Byron. And I end my turn.
All right, and Zara, can you make a death save for me, please?
I'm going to use a hero point to make an automatic death save.
Woohoo!
Okay. That's not how it works, but okay.
Well, it's not?
No, you use it if you fail a roll.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, then I'm going to make a death save now.
Yeah, because you could roll a natural 20 and stand up with 1 hit point.
Cool. How do I roll a death save?
Okay, so on your main sheet at the bottom, right next to your hit die, you'll see a thing that says death saves. There's a little icon. If you click on it, it'll roll a death save for you.
Alright.
And there'll be a little check mark depending on what it is. Say, hey, that's a success. So that's 1 successful
Yay.
death save. You're
Alright.
choking, coughing as this thing is tightening. And Neogi Hatchling 2 is going to attempt to bite Byron.
He has advantage.
Advantage? Oh yeah, that's right. It should automatically roll with advantage. There we go. And that's a critical hit. And you are down.
Oh, I knew that.
Holy crap, that was 2 critical hits for me in a row. I swear I'm not hacking.
Well,
I think you may be hacking because I also got a critical hit. All right, and that's a natural shit right there.
In answer to your question, Nicholas, yes, there is music playing. Can you not hear the sound effects?
No.
Rhythm's not in chat anymore, by the way. It's been out for a while. I thought you
No,
purposely.
No, it's not. It's not rhythm. It's the other one. The other me. Can you
Sabrina
not
would
hear
like to-
anything?
No.
All right. Let's see. How about now? Can you hear something now?
No.
Oh, damn. You're right. It's not working.
Yeah, I've got its volume turned up.
All right, hold on a second. No momento. Don't know why it's doing that. Hopefully this doesn't mess up Fantasy Grounds when I do this. So how's everybody doing tonight?
Pretty unconscious. How about you?
I'm great.
I'm doing all right as well, actually.
Yeah, nothing's even hit me yet. I think it's out of fear.
You know what they say? See no evil.
By the way, I want this skull transformation on Samael to be permanent, and I want him to get a headbutt attack as a bonus attack.
Well, I'll tell you what my dad used to say: wish in one hand and you know what in the other.
No, I do not know what.
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, how does that go?
I guess you'll find out when you wish in one hand. It's funny. It's going to play sound effects for everyone else except for you guys. If this is the case, you guys won't hear anything. All right. Well,
Nice.
crossing my fingers. Okay.
You don't have to spend too long on it.
There you go.
Yes!
Oh, there we go.
All right.
I think
Sounds
I
like
hear
my
it now,
dreams.
Jeremy.
Yeah, this is like my dreams on steroids.
I think it was the teleportation side effect.
All right. So, other Siegfried is now going to attack. Let's see. Well, I guess he'll go after this choker that's trying to kill his friend, Byron. Guarantee you he's going to miss. How much you want to bet?
I bet a lot. I have very low confidence in me.
I mean, even with advantage, I bet he misses. Let's see. Holy shit, he rolled a critical hit.
The curse of Siegfried has been reversed. That was a 1 for the damage.
And you, as you look and watch your counterpart, other Siegfried, as this rapier materializes into its hand and stabs the creature in the middle of its chest, and there's a brilliant flash of dark green energy as it falls dead before you.
Good job, other Siegfried!
And it will run up and get into melee with this other Nyogi, and in Samael, it is your turn.
Okay. Woohoo! All right, and I win my turn.
Okay. You plunge your dagger into the creature's chest and pull it back for another hit. Byron, go ahead and make a death save for me. And that is one success.
His will deliver strong.
I'm done.
Okay. The other choker is going to attempt to wallop you, Samael.
Bring it. Critical hit.
Nope, that is a critical
Oh,
hit.
nice.
That is a miss. The blind time is going to rush forth, snarling and snapping, and is going to attempt to attack you. Samael.
Okay.
First attempting to bite into your armored leg. Its teeth attempt to sink into your armor and just manages to bite you on the section where the straps wrap around your calf. It then attempts to claw you with its 2 claw attacks. Its disgusting claws swiping forth. One just manages to miss your torso as it swipes forth. You can feel the air whoosh as the second one also swipes and misses you.
Very well. I'm
And
gonna yell over to Nick. Nick, get the Czar. I'll attend to the beast.
Nicholas, it is your turn.
I'm going to... and then dash as my bonus action.
Okay. Nicholas,
Then I'm
your
going
feet
to-
sploosh through the bioluminescent, gross, disgusting, gelatinous lair as you run up to your wife. You see this strange serpentine creature is currently wrapped around it and looks like it's trying to gnaw on her face.
I'm going to swing my short sword.
And that is definitely a hit.
I'm going to magic right there.
Okay. Joker number 4 is going to continue to wallop on Samael with its tentacles, or at least attempt to.
Yeah, it hasn't walloped on me yet.
Haha.
Well, these things are more like beasts, so they're not really too keen on the whole moving to position themselves to get an an advantage in combat.
Just like Warforged, am I right, Byron?
Zar, is your turn. I need you to make another death save.
Alright. Nice.
That is a success.
I kind of
So-
like hiccup. Yep. End of a turn.
Okay.
Samael was talking about next 2 years of good rolls.
Somehow what?
You're
Nicholas,
talking about 2 years of good roll.
Nicholas, you watch as the choker is currently pulling its arm back to strike at the downed Zara once more. And you watch in horror as its tentacle lashes down and just misses her head as it thumps into the gelatinous floor of this alien landscape, narrowly missing and striking what could have potentially been a death blow. And Byron, it's your turn. Make another death save. That is another success.
Okay.
The creature, which was once trying to bite, turns its attention to other Siegfried now and attempts to arc out with its strange snake-like neck and just misses other Siegfried. In response, other Siegfried takes his necrotic, glowing copy of the rapier that other main Siegfried normally carries and attempts to stab the creature in the heart. And apparently that's
It is not targeted.
it wasn't targeted. But that's okay because it killed it outright with that attack. Siegfried, you watch as your counterpart stabs the creature in the neck and it falls dead in front of you. the blind eye and other Siegfried begins rushing towards to try and apply some sort of medicine check to Byron. The Blindheim is going to attempt to bite into Samael once again, this time trying to bite you center mass, and just manages to hit you. Its mouth opening up wide, unnaturally wide, and biting into your armor. And then its claws begin raking at you. Its first attack slashing and scratching on the metal and just managing to find purchase on your exposed flesh where the armor plates separate. Its second arm moves forward and attempts to scratch you, but you just manage to move to the side and twist your body, and its paw just harmlessly bats out of the way. And Samael, it is your turn.
I'm going to turn my attention fully towards the Blondheim now, and I am going to use my Channel Vengeance ability for Valid Enmity, so that I gain advantage on attack rolls against it
Okay.
as a bonus action.
That's definitely a hit. As you take your Keeper's Fang and pull it back and smack it right in the side of the creature's head. Disgusting gooey substance erupts as you manage to pop one of its eyes. And Siegfried, it's your turn.
How does a blonde feel now?
Gonna move over here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack the Blindhelm as well.
And you will get advantage.
And I'm taking. Alright, now let's see what we got going.
That is a critical hit.
Wow.
The creature screeches as you stab it with your rapier.
Back off, my friend! And the Siegfried army!
Alright, so he will go ahead and he takes one of his hands and raises it above you, Byron. And you just have it, your eyes are squinting as it reaches into your body. Through your body, through your torso, and you feel a warming sensation. And you are back up with 1 hit point.
Oh, okay.
You look in shock as you see other Siegfried's hand is completely through your torso, and it slowly pulls it back. And as you look at it, other Siegfried looks at you, and its facial features distort and change for a moment to that of a gray-skinned creature with pointy ears and glowing eyes, and it just makes a shushing motion with its 2 fingers. And Siegfried, it's your turn.
Alright, let's take another stab at this guy.
That is a hit. And you take your rapier and you catch it as it's lashing out its disgusting tongue and manage to cut the tongue in half and catch it right in its brain.
And then I'm gonna move right up here so we're flank and choker one with Nicholas. Right, Nick, take it out.
And Nicholas, it is your turn.
Because he is flanked, do I get advantage?
Yes, you do.
Alright. Or sword.
That is a hit.
I'm going, and because he's within 5 feet of an ally, that sneak attack.
That is correct. And you manage to, with your short sword, stabbing it once and then pulling back, stabbing it again, and you just manage to catch it in the neck twice with your attack in 2 quick successions and cut the creature's head off.
I'm gonna immediately Pour take a healing potion out and pour it down Zara's throat.
Oh, you have a healing potion?
Yes, I do.
If he doesn't, Zara has them all just strapped to her waist.
That's
Yep.
true.
That is
Yep.
that is true.
But I kept one just in case this happened to anybody. But I can do it quickly because I'm pretty much the fastest one.
Okay.
And I will take that healing potion. Yeah.
All right. If you want to go ahead and roll your d4s so we can see how much health she gets back.
Okay. Oh, I roll it.
Dun, 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 dun.
2d4 plus 2.
All right.
7.
7. So you get 7 hit points back, and your eyes snap wide awake, Zara, as Nicholas is cradling you in your arms. And Samael, it is your turn.
Okay, I will renew my vow of enmity against Choker 4. By the way, there's no limit listed to that. Is there a limit to that, Jeremy?
You'd have to look. I'm not sure.
I looked. I didn't see one. If we find out there is one later, just let me know.
Okay. That is a hit. And you strike the creature in the chest again. Its gooey black blood, bile is splatting against your armor. And Byron, it is your turn as you begin lifting yourself off of the ground.
I'll do a half move there. I'll attempt to strike him. Oh, I missed.
And you're still kind of woozy from whatever it was that other Siegfried did to you. And you sort of stumble and just manage to let loose your arrow and miss. The choker is now going to attempt to literally choke Sam. Its first arm going wide. Bits of it have been hacked off. So it's missing with both of its tentacles now, as its tentacles are half hanging on and hanging together. And Zara, it is your turn.
Well, I come to and I'm like, and I see Nicholas, leaning over me holding an empty bottle of healing potion, and she's like, my hero. She's gonna stand up and look and see if anyone else needs help on the battlefield.
Looking around the battlefield, everyone looks wrecked.
If Byron gets hit once,
With-
he dies.
With the exception of Siegfried, other Siegfried, and Nicholas. They all look daisy fresh
And covered in blood.
and covered in gore.
Alright, I am going to run over to Byron, and I'm gonna uncork my potion of greater healing and pour it down his throat. Is
Okay.
he
I'm
unconscious?
awake. No, I'm awake.
You're
I'm good.
awake. Oh,
I'm good.
okay.
Save that.
I was gonna say you wouldn't be able to get to him anyway,
Oh.
because it takes part of your movement to stand up.
Oh, well, okay. I'm gonna toddle my way.
But you should still be able to get to that choker if you want to go for some revenge.
Sure.
Shouldn't
why
have many
not?
hit points left.
I know. You've been stabbing the heck out of that poor thing. All right,
All right.
you're within range.
All right.
How awesome is that weapon? You don't have to get up in close range with them.
It's amazing. I can just stand behind Samael, and he can guard me, and I can, hit
Well,
people.
keep in mind if you're directly behind Samael, you run the risk of not being able to hit them because they get 3/4 cover.
But you can stand offset to me, and I can keep its attention.
Yeah, you can stand offset to them.
Could I, pass by Siegfried and kind of come up behind him? Would I have enough movement?
Yeah, you'd have enough. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, sure. So can he not see me then?
Correct.
It's just advantage because
You-
you
you
saw.
ha- Correct. You have advantage.
Alright, here goes nothing. Nice.
I'd roll again anyway, just in case you get a.
Yeah, roll again anyway to see if you get a crit.
Alright.
No matter what, it's dead without it. But I mean, come on. It feels.
Yeah. So yeah, take that first hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, I swing my halberd over my head and I'm like,
Okay.
well, you
And
know what?
How would you
Okay.
like to kill this creature?
I just want to casually decapitate it.
Okay. Zara, exhausted, on the halberd, as you swung it forward, your body just kind of lifted up out of the muck a bit. As you decapitate the creature, and the end of your blade sort of sticks you up in the air. You're sort of like lifted up in the air momentarily, and then you come back down. And you are all out of combat.
Siegfried wipes a bit of blood off his face and sees his rapier and looks around to everyone. We all good? Everyone okay? Alive? Hopefully? Please?
Zara's kind of like the force of decapitating it with her not being super healed up. She's like on one knee, like breathing heavily, like yeah, I'm all right.
Scanning around the battlefield, you see all these creatures as their dead bodies are slowly starting to sink into the gelatinous mass of vegetation. And as you look around, you can see now that like various plants that before were just sort of waving all seem to be reaching out with tendrils and attempting to absorb these dead creatures.
How'd you like that, Samael?
It was good. I enjoyed that.
And as you're all sort of getting your bounds back, getting your bearings, you have a moment to breathe, as nothing is apparently attacking you at the moment.
I'm gonna back up my crossbow and load 2 more bolts in. Come back to the group. That was crazy.
Yeah, something rushed through me and I just had so much clarity to just destroy them.
Zara takes out the healing potion, uncorks it, and gives it to Byron. Here, this should help a bit.
Oh, thank you.
And you get... Yay,
6 hit points back.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am exhausted.
And you, for that encounter, you each received 190 experience points.
I'm exhausted too. I that whole fight I could only use one spell, but I thought maybe just old-fashioned rapier would work. And oh boy.
We can't rest here. We're gonna have to keep moving.
Well, yeah, if you stand here for too long, you're gonna fall down into the thing like the bookstore.
And as you say that, Siegfried, you can feel yourself slowly sinking into the gelatinous floor.
I've stood in this spot too long. I'm gonna move over and say hi to Nick. Hey, Nicholas! Good battle, good battle. We should probably...
If we can find solid ground, we can rest. I don't see anywhere solid to stand, though, and the plants are not safe.
Gonna roll,
I think this gooey floor is the solid.
gonna roll perception and see if I notice anything around us.
Go ahead. You don't notice any like areas per se. Most of the vegetation that you see that's coming up out of this gelatinous amoebic sea floor, if you will. They all seem to have like tendrils that stretch down, down, down through the layer. But looking out into the distance to the north, what you can only assume is perhaps northeast, you're not sure, you can see what appears to be a wisp of smoke.
Hey, everyone, there's a wisp of smoke, it looks like, northeast. Maybe we can go that way. It's, from what I can see, the only sign of anything for any direction for us to take.
Fair enough. It's as good a plan as any.
Byron, are you okay to move?
Oh, I'm fine.
He said as he drags himself through the muck. Blood pouring
Samael?
out his
Everywhere.
wounds.
Samuel can carry you if you need, I'm sure.
No, I'm good.
Byron, I do have one more. Well, I have two. I have a greater and a regular healing potion if you need it.
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Byron
I'm good.
reaches up with a hand, and you watch as it looks like he whispers a silent prayer to himself, and a bit of glowing energy passes into his chest. And some of the superficial wounds on his face and on his arms and hands seem to mend themselves.
Use it on you. You need it more. You're the healer.
Well, I'll take it if we can. If we can't find a place to rest on the next bit, I'll take another.
I don't think we'll find a place to rest in the place that's called, what, the layer of something madness, you said, Samael? Plane of
Pretty much.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like you're really gonna have a place to rest.
Depends on your concept of rest.
Fair. So northeast, everyone. Who wants to lead? Samael, as usual. Nick.
And
Actually, if you know the
Sig-
direction we're going, perhaps you should lead.
I just know it's northeast.
Siegfried, as Samael begins to speak up, you hear simultaneously in unison, you hear your voice twice saying, "Well, don't ask us. We don't have a clue." And you now see two other Siegfrieds.
Siegfried waves like, "Hey, everyone, look! It's another me." Though this is starting to get suspicious. Hey, how many other of us are there?
Yeah, you would know. Yeah, you would know.
What do you mean I would know? I didn't even know there was more than one of me. As awesome and sexy as we are. I'm sorry, pardon me. Entertain the thought. How many are there? 1,000?
I'm gonna walk past Siegfried and I say there's at least 8 by my count.
At least, what do you mean? 8? At least 8?
I'm not going to explain anything else and keep walking.
Samael, what do you mean?
Nothing, buddy. Come on, let's go.
Zara, as you watch Samael walk away, his horns are now 1.5 feet long, curling, and is now on fire. Samael's head is on fire.
Samael,
Yeah.
I don't mean to alarm you, but from what I can see, your head is on fire.
Zara, come over here off to the side of me real quick.
Alright. And,
I don't know if we've ever discussed this with everybody in the group or not, but I'm possessed by some sort of demon. It's something I've got under control, but it seems like you're seeing it. Don't let it bother you. Let's just keep moving. Don't address it.
alright. Do you want me to let you know privately?
Do what?
Do you prefer that I let you know privately in case it's particularly disturbing?
No, I know exactly what it looks like. It's just ignore it.
Alright, I'll do my best.
As you're standing in the clearing, you're now hearing guttural roars in the distance.
Ah,
Okay, let's move. Siegfried doesn't want to be here anymore. I don't want to find out what those giant sounding things are. Does anyone else? I think we should move. Right, Siegfried?
The other two Siegfrieds run up behind you, and each one of you firemen hook one of your arms and are now carrying you and running.
Away!
I am stuck in a cartoon.
I turn to Zara. I say, "Is this normal to you?"
no.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I kind of hit my head a little bit. Thought it was just a dream. Probably is. Hopefully, as I catch up and start running with them.
Yeah, I'm running alongside, and once we, well, while she's running, she kind of grabs Nick's hand for a second, squeezes it, and
So the rest of you, are you all running in the
Yep.
same direction?
I thought we were walking.
Well, the two other Siegfrieds are speed walking, carrying the main Siegfried at the moment.
I imagine we're walking at a brisk pace, and the Siegfrieds are running, but they're so haphazard, they're not really making any ground ahead of us. They're just kind of
Oh
a
yeah,
little bit of in front of us.
it's definitely a humorous sight. Every once in a while, they drop main Siegfried and pick him up and dust him off, and as best they can, and continue forward.
Yes, we'll just stride forward with purpose in the direction we're going.
And after a certain amount of time, you're not quite sure how long exactly, you all pass through the fungal overgrowth, and you come across a clearing next to a luminescent lake. And at the center of the clearing, you see a large, cone-shaped mud brick hut. And the wispy bit of smoke that you saw in the distance is rising from the center of the roof through a funnel. And you see two ever-bright lanterns that glow on either side of a set of double doors. And a cobblestone path, which at first you saw begin to emerge out of the muck and became boulder and is lined with a very short sort of fenced-in area on either side of the cobblestone path leading up to the house.
Siegfried will slowly approach it.
Okay. As you get closer to the door, you see what appears to be some sort of makeshift sign that someone has painted something in common onto the sign in this gooey tar-like substance. And the message that's written in common reads, "No solicitors unless you have snacks."
I'm going to come up behind Siegfried, and I'm going to say, well, we're not solicitors. Let's go knock on the door.
But still, do we have snacks? It'd be rude to go in without a snack. Other Siegfrieds, do any of you have snacks?
We have 3 Siegfrieds, and we only need 1. That counts.
I think I have some snacks on me, actually. Yes, I do have some rations. Alright, let's knock.
I have some lizards.
Why are you trying to kill this poor innocent creature, Zara? But you know what? You're right. After we just killed those, and I guess it would be the same as lizards, so... Detail. Main Siegfried knocks on the door.
Okay. You approach the double doors, and from within you hear a, "Just a moment. I'll be right with you."
Oh, visitors. I never get visitors.
And after a moment, you hear the sounds of footsteps approaching the door, and one of the doors creaks open, and a gray-skinned, diminutive creature wearing robes with a long goatee and wild, shock-white hair that sticks up like a mohawk peers from behind and says,
Ah, whatever you're selling, I don't want it.
and it slams the door in your face.
We're not selling things. We just are a bit lost.
And after a moment, you hear the sound of a lock disengaging, and you hear the door creaks open again.
Lost? How'd you get lost?
Well, our friend over there, Nicholas, opened the book, and it kind of bright lights and brought us in here, and we kind of just been walking. My friend Samael's heard of this place, but it's never been here, neither have us. So we're kind of, I guess you could say, forced tourists in a way. Also, we have some.
Our friend the Inquisitor is a bit too inquisitive.
I always told you I solved things pretty well. This time, a little too well.
He is right. He did solve it, at least. He's not wrong.
Yeah, he just hasn't solved the second half yet.
Well, you're the only one that can read it, aren't you? And you read from it. Did you continue reading, or did you just, give up when we got...
Well, I'm actually not exactly sure of the nature of the spell book. Is it a mage spell book or a priest spell book?
Just keep reading it. Either way it works. You can just tell us whatever you get out of it.
And Zara interrupts. And that is why we are here, to help, with hope to solve the second half of this problem. Are you from here? What happened?
Problems. I know all about problems. Well, where are my manners? Of course, you've been on the road for so long, traveling through the lands. Oh, come in, come in.
And the creature steps back and opens the other door open wide into this cylindrical hut. And I'm going to share a map with you guys.
Oh no, we have a map. We're gonna have to kill it.
Before Zara goes in, she scans the outside. She notices anything behind her.
Like a little gingerbread.
Siegfried just nods gracefully and walks in.
Okay. And he gestures. You look around the chamber. There's a bit of grossness, like shavings of what you think is wood that just sort of scatters in from the cobblestone on the floor into the dirt floor hut. And as you look around, Siegfried, you see just a collection of benches and work tables, all in various states of disrepair. And a large bonfire at the very center of the hut, which is illuminating and keeping the interior of the hut warm.
You know, this looks like a very nice place compared to everything else around here. You keep it very well maintained.
Oh, well, thank you. It is my home, after all. I'm all by myself right now. My roommates, you see, they're not very useful.
And he gestures around the room, and you see various strange creatures squirming and worming their way around the chamber. You see a creature that resembles a snake with a central eye that is sort of inching its way across a work table, and it turns and spins around and looks at all of you and sort of regards each one of you individually. You see what looks like a hand, but it appears to be made of some sort of chitinous material, and it's slowly tapping its fingers as it sits on a bench. And then you see another thing that looks like a giant beetle, which is just sort of like fluttering wings, what you think are wings behind it. And then there are a few more that are variously spaced around the chamber.
If you don't mind asking, are they friendly?
Oh, yes, they're very useful. these creatures. Symbionts, they're called. They're very useful indeed. They'd be nice to you if you'd be nice to them.
You seem to have knowledge of the creatures here. I have a question. So, those other two that look exactly like me over there, I point to the Siegfried duplicates. Do you know anything about them? And before we got here, we never saw them at all. And now we do, and I'm a bit confused. And apparently my friend here knows something about me, but he doesn't want to talk about it.
Oh, that's interesting indeed. I have not seen that in person, but I have heard of it. Oh, it seems like you, my friend, are a victim of a vergent spell.
A Virja Hoodle Wada?
Oh yes, it's a very old magic. It's a vergence. Sometimes done on purpose, sometimes it is the result of another magical effect. But it's... I'm sure you know of it if you've been traveling for all this time. You say this is the first time that you've seen them before?
Yeah, one of them said it could see us and everything, but we never saw it.
Oh, it's definitely a vergence. You two, chop chop, over here.
And the two other Siegfrieds snap to attention, and they look and they say, "You talking to us? Look, you creepy old weirdo. Don't mess with us, okay? And don't mess with our friend Siegfried either. We'll take care of him. You just leave him alone."
Hey, don't be mean to me. I mean, I get it. You're stressed. You've been alone and not able to talk to me or anything in a while, and you've been looking after and really helping, but you don't gotta be rude to the man.
Zara, put her halberd away, but she kind of takes it out and clasps it again. Does she feel like Dolahar is telling her things?
Your sentient weapon is currently... It gives you a sense of it is on alert, but it doesn't sense any sort of danger imminent.
And she kind of whispers, "Dolahar, where are we?"
You hear
I'll do you one.
silence.
I'll do you one better than Dolahara. I'm going to use Detect Evil.
Okay.
Do I sense anything?
Make a Constitution save. You feel a wave of nausea grip you. And you feel like this place, you feel like everything is absolutely oozing with evil.
Including the people around me?
Including the people around you.
I'm going to use my Lay on Hands ability and restore myself to full health.
Okay. You are back to full health, Samael.
Sir, if you don't mind me asking, we might be willing to give you some food for information.
Oh, information? I have lots of information. I haven't had visitors in so long. I've been so lonely. I am so very sorry. I'm being so rude. Perhaps I could offer you some tea. That's all I have at the moment is some tea. It's very weak. It doesn't taste very good. And my roommates, they don't eat or drink tea, so I haven't been able to, test it out on anyone else.
I'm alright for now. If you just don't mind asking me questions, what is your name? How did you come to live in this place, and what do you know of it?
Oh, hey, my name is Thaco Gigax.
And I'm Zara.
Zara, it's nice to meet you.
Thaco, this place doesn't settle well with me. Could you help me take a look at this book momentarily?
Oh, I would be delighted.
And he begins.
I'm gonna keep a firm grip on the book and show it to him.
He begins walking up towards you, and he says,
Oh, this can't be. Where did you